Hi, and welcome to another RC plane review. I'm Eric from Around to It RC, and today I've got my good friend Chris with me.
Hey!
And today we're going to look at the Stryker F-27Q, and as you can see on the table I've got a F-27C, so we're going to do a side-by-side comparison. And before we dive into the video review, I'm going to give you a little bit of background history about the F-27Q here between Chris and I. Now, Chris and I went on our annual RC road trip this year, and in June we got to stop by Horizon Hobby and meet some of the great guys that work there. They gave us a tour of the place. We did a podcast with Gary and John, and then we went to Eli Field where we got to see some new products that they were working on at the time and see the Stryker F-27Q, which wasn't out for the public release yet, was it?
That's right.
That's right. And we got to see Seth Arnold fly it, which is a champion class flyer.
Amazing.
Oh yeah. And after all that was said and done, they gave me the Stryker F-27Q.
Jealous. Yeah, we had a great time out there at Eli Field with John and Seth and Gary, and they put on a flight demonstration. Amazing.
Yep, Seth was really amazing with the F-27Q. He showed us some things that I didn't even think was possible with this airplane. But anyway, that's enough about that. Let's go ahead and dive into the review for the F-27Q.
Well, tell you what, Eric, since we got both of them here together, why don't you just show us the differences?
Well, sounds like a good idea, Chris. Why don't we just start at the nose and work our way back? Now, with the old F-27C, the nose cone was held on with Velcro, whereas on the new one, the F-27Q, it's held on with magnets. And then if you work your way back to the canopy, that's also held on with magnets, which is pretty cool. I like that feature in the airplane. Now, with the old airplane, to access the electronics in the airplane, you had to remove a hatch that was held on with double-sided tape and some pins, whereas with the new F-27Q, it's held on with just one screw.
So, speaking of electronics, Eric, did they change anything? Anything we need to know about? Difference between the two?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, Chris, because actually the F-27Q got a total makeover from the older model. And since we're talking about the electronics in the airplane, they did upgrade the ESC in it. It now has a 40 amp ESC, and behind that we have a new brushless outrunner motor. It's a 480 size brushless motor with a 2200 kilovolt rating on it, and it's pushing a 6x6 prop.
That sounds like it is smoking.
Well, from my experiences, Chris, flying the F-27C and now flying the F-27Q, I can definitely tell you it's an improvement on the airplane itself.
Nice. Well, Eric, we've talked about the nose all the way back to the motor, but I'm seeing some differences in the vertical stabilizer. What's up with that?
They did make some modifications there. They added rudders to the vertical stabs, which allows you to do sport aerobatic maneuvers that were impossible to do with the F-27C.
Okay.
So now you're able to do knife edge maneuvers with this plane, and you can also do blenders and flat spins as well.
Nice.
Yep. So this really rounds out this airplane to be a sport aerobatic airplane.
Cool. I'm also seeing some differences here, just some minor differences here in the wing. Can you tell us about that?
Well, that is another new feature of the airplane. They added an airfoil on the wing here and on the vertical stabs. That gives you some more flying characteristics, less tip stalling, and high alpha maneuvers now are now possible with the airplane. And you can see you've got some leading edges here on the wing itself. And if we look on the underside of the plane, you can see that they added a nose wheel and some skidder plates right here to make grass landings a lot more easier to do with the airplane. Cool. So all in all, this airplane should be a really cool airplane to fly. You know, I flew it at Eli Field with Seth Arnold out there with the Horizon Hobby guys, and we had a good time with it. And I've flown it a couple of times since then, but I can't wait to get it out to the flying field and give this plane a go just to show you what it can do. So what do you think?
I think that sounds like a great plan. Let's take it out and put it through the paces.
All right, we'll see you at the flying field in just a second. Ready? Anytime, boss. Another perfect stroke. '87. Was it? Yep. Seriously. That's crazy.
Can I already tell it's going to be hard to keep it on this plane?
Why?
Because it's fast.
You can't follow that.
That I can.
That right there is 45. That's hard to believe.
Okay.
I mean, it literally looks like it's gonna smack the ground. Okay. Don't smack the ground there. Okay, here we go. That's awesome. Here, look at this though. 50 miles an hour straight towards the ground. Can you see that? That's crazy. Alright, here we go. Straight up again.
I got it, but it's so little. I guess you say when you look at it that would look bigger, right?
It'll look good. If you got that, if you were pointed in the right direction, it's gonna look good. You pull that in the last second, by the way. Careful. By the way. Careful. Do an inverted flat spin.
Where is it?
Can you see it? We'll see it.
Oh, there it is.
That's an inverted flat spin. Notice the pilot already ejected. A bit of rain around us. You got your floater, huh? This is floating at 15 miles an hour. Coming straight down. That's pretty good. Again, it's going to stop right in front of you. What kind of throttle is that when you come in toward this? Hey, will it loop? Yeah. Oh, you want to see it loop? What the? Okay. I'm going to do a blender again. Ready? That confuses the radar. It doesn't know what it was like.
Camera around at me one time?
Oh, I thought you were talking to her.
Okay.
Alright. Ready. Changing wind. Alright. Ready anytime?
Go for it.
No. That actually is hardly noticeable.
Well, I wonder what it looks like when it's pointing at the ground doing that.
Scary?
Okay, here we go.
I don't know, but after that throw, I may have to file a on-job accident report.
Yeah.
And I've lost it. Where is it?
Way up there.
Oh, I'm looking down. Ooh.
That was sweet. That was cool. Nice landing. Cameraman getting the camera girl.
Well, there you have it. That was the review and flight of the Stryker F-27Q. And I hope you enjoyed the flight part of the video just now. And now it's time for the final thoughts. So, Chris, what do you think about the F-27Q since we just came back from the flying field?
Well, my favorite part about this particular plane is the sport aerobatic maneuvers. The capabilities of this plane are phenomenal. It's just an amazing plane. It's fun to watch you fly.
Right. And you know, we picked this plane up from the Horizon Hobby guys on our RC road trip this year. Much thanks to you guys out there for that, because they gave me the airplane. And remember, we got to see Seth Arnold fly this plane spectacularly, by the way.
Shout out.
Yes, sir. And he also helped to set up the Stryker F-27Q in my DX8 radio. So thanks a lot, Seth, for doing that. And thanks to all the guys at Horizon Hobby for treating us so well while we were out there this year.
That's right.
And I can't say enough about them, but you know, we're back on the airplane again. I really did enjoy flying it, and I think you will too. If you're a Stryker fan, you will enjoy flying this airplane. And it's not all about speed either. Although this plane does go faster, it's about the challenge of flying it now with the new modifications to it. So all in all, I'm going to give this plane a thumbs up. Chris?
Thumbs up from me, absolutely.
Thumbs up. All right. So I hope you enjoyed the video review again, and I'm glad you got to see me.
And me.
And we will see you on the tube.
And now we interrupt your regularly scheduled program for a word from our sponsors. Well, they aren't our sponsors, but it sounded really good, you know. The ideas or actions in the following promotion do not reflect the ideas of the video producers of this station. Well, maybe they do, but we can't say that either. Any likeness of persons, shows, or anything else for that matter is merely coincidental. And now, your feature presentation.
Alright, welcome back to this week's edition of RC Cast. We've got some amazing new products coming out this week that we're going to talk about, to include the new Nano 500 size blade heli, the world's smallest helicopter. And also we've got a new turbo-powered Formula Fast Tech boat coming out with dual overhead cams and fuel injection. It's going to be the first RC boat to break the sound barrier.
Can't wait to see that.
Your comments and a whole lot more. My name is Gary.
And I'm John.
And we're here to talk about all things RC. So how you doing, John?
I was doing good till I saw you, Gary.
Nice. Well, alright, well anyway, I'm gonna do a review on the Stryker F-27Q.
No, cut. Car guy, you know nothing about planes. I'm the plane guru here. I'm gonna do the review.
Okay. So with the new motor that we got here, it's basically supersonic. So you've got to fly this thing from miles away. So basically it's
Shut up, car guy. Get out of the way and let me do this part of the review, because you know nothing about this surface guy. Alright? Now, according to the specs on the motor, it's a brushless outrunner motor, and it's a 480 size 2200 kilovolt motor. And it should give you plenty of
just
speed.
about enough of you.
Yeah.
That'll take care of you. So back to the airplane. That's what I'm talking about. Well, that was the review for the Stryker F-27Q, and I really hope you enjoyed it. And stay tuned for next week when we get to talk about it.
Alright, now that was the review of the Stryker F-27Q. I'm John, and I'm glad you got to see me here on this week's edition of RC Cast. And we'll catch you later on the tube, okay?